Spirit has chosen the Four Corners spread for your general monthly reading, which lays a nice, diverse groundwork where we will be looking into the four main areas of interest that people commonly ask about in tarot: the work corner, the financial money corner, the health corner, and the ever-popular love corner. We are going to take a stroll through all four to see what Spirit wants to discuss about your month. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome in, guys. So good to have you here. My name is Scott Sagent, and I am ready for your July 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. First order of business, let's get those cards on the screen for you so you can take a look as I explain this different format this month. As you notice, I'm not here in person. I am in an audio reading because I had a little bit of an eye injury. Don't worry, I'm just fine. However, I'm not so hot to look at right now. So we're going to do this a little bit differently this month. It's going to be a little interactive, different vibe, different feel to it. Some of you might really enjoy it, I think, because you're getting the point of view from my side of the table and going card by card. I might even throw in some graphics to illustrate certain points as we go. And don't worry if you don't see the cards that well. I know the screens, sometimes we watch these videos on small screens, our phones. Maybe you don't see the cards clearly. I'm going to make this in a way so that even if you're just listening to me, it'll make sense to you. So let's get started with your reading right now. All right, Gemini, here we go. Let's talk about some July for my great Geminis. You guys were my simplest sign to read. As you can see, not that many cards on the table. This is a four-corner spread and a pretty simple one. There's actually only one elongated corner, which is your financial one. That's the bottom left with the 3 cards instead of the 2. But everywhere else, pretty simple themes. Spirit didn't even give you guys an urgent reading this month, so I think Spirit has a very high aptitude, or feels very confidently about where you guys sit right now in your path. Good Gemini's doing some good stuff. But we do have a couple things that you can work on to improve just a little bit more. There's always something to do. Let's talk about what that is. We're going to start with the Love Corner first, guys. Love Corner, I have my Ace of Wands comes in first. It is inverted. This is largely talking about goals or new things with work that you really love to do. It's coming in blocked because it's not here now. Maybe it's something you're thinking about doing. You really want to do something that you love for work. Okay, and that's why it's coming up in the Love Corner. Or maybe you're just setting goals that have nothing to do with work. Projects that have nothing to do with work necessarily. Maybe it's a project to meet somebody that's worth a darn. Maybe you're planning to, I'm going to join this site. I'm going to make this profile. I'm going to do this research so I can write a good description and what I need to do. So anyway, that's what it's all about here. It's making goals or eyes on the prize. You can see that big eyeball sticking down from there. And that's really what it's about. It's like, you see it very clearly. And now it's about doing it, okay? Because seeing it and having it in your mind is not enough. You got to bring it into fruition. This is something that you care about because it's a Love Corner thing. So it's very close to your heart, has an emotional pull, emotional attachment to you. And because of that, you got to do it. You got to make it be real, make it come real. The next thing we have here is a little contentious because it brings up my card of my 5 of Swords, which is the card of war and chaos. Another better word for kind of more modern way for this is drama. Just some stuff necessarily that, is you don't want to mess with, you don't want to deal with, but here it is. It reminds me of that there's always, every family has that one family member who's just a wreck, and they screw everything up. They always either show up late or, they get the flat tire and, they screw up all the plans for everybody else or, whatever it is. So that's kind of the energy I have here. It's, for a lot of you, this could even be more kind of just mental type of thing. Anytime we have swords, which is the suit of the mental and the cerebral, we could be talking about stuff here that is not even real. Maybe this is just stuff that's all in your head, maybe something you're worried about. You're worried of potential war and chaos in the Love Corner, but here, you haven't even experienced it yet. You haven't even joined the dating app or whatever it is. So how do you know it's going to be terrible? That's the kind of energy I have here. So it's a good time for me to remind you that, don't get too far lost in your own head with things. Like I said, you really got to bring it back to kind of reality here a little bit and bring it back to the real world. So whether we're talking about just the limiting beliefs in your mind or whether we're talking about the goals attained, doing what you really love, maybe for work or for projects, bring that all back. Let's make it real, Gemini. Otherwise, it's just going to stay in your head forever. As we get down into your health corner, the first thing that you can see, I have a lot of birds coming in here. This is my bird deck, but this is the corner that has nothing but birds. There's like 3 birds here. I think what they're trying to say is that you guys need to really kind of work on your health, not by yourself. I feel like this is a group deal, whether it's the whole clan, the whole family, a couple friends, 2 of you, 3 of you, in this case I have 3 birds, or whether it's all 12 of you. You know what I mean? Like, it's the whole group. Like, maybe we can do this together. Maybe we can go bike riding together, have a little family bike ride. Maybe we can get the friends together and, work out every so often, whatever that is. Maybe it's a CrossFit group going out to do things as a group camaraderie or a yoga class. That's the kind of vibe I have here. The first card is the 2 of Pentacles. This is about balancing and managing 2 areas of your life. One of these is health with something else. So maybe some of you are like really kind of in flux with like, yeah, but I don't want to spend the money on the yoga class, or I don't want to spend the money on the personal trainer right now. I just don't want to do that right now. So you can see that would be finance and health in disarray. But it could also be something with like love, if it's a family thing, a certain member of the family don't want to play ball. They don't want to do that. Or if it just gets in the way of work. Anyway, it's 2 different areas of your life that are in a juggling match here, and it's your job to kind of juggle this. And in fact, they're talking here about that this is a bird that is pulling like a pin, what it believes to be a pin, holding the key to this, which it is a key, is actually a pin to a grenade. And so what they're saying here is that this is a very delicate surgery. And you don't want this whole corner to blow up. You don't want your health to blow up. That would be very bad. None of us want that. So it needs the energy. And you just got to find a way to do this dance. Make it happen is what they're saying. The next card I have there is my 2 of Wands. This could be, it makes me feel like work is getting in the way of your health a lot for a lot of you, because Wands is a work suit. But this can also be about having different choices and paths and ways things can go here. You can see the bird kind of perched on kind of a 3-pronged stick here. So there's different ways that things can go here. And it's not like you only have one choice. Okay, there's multiple options here. Brings the power back to you, Gemini. Let's get into your work corner. Upper left is work. Here we bring in our page, page first. This is a messenger coming in. This happens to be the Page of Pentacles, so it is a financial message coming in through the work corner, though. And this is timed for late July, so there's something very relevant coming in, work notifying you about something, a money move, or, paycheck increase. Hopefully it's something good and not something negative. But notification nonetheless is what they talk about here late in July. If you're waiting for something, work to let you know about some new discovery or some new development early in July, you're probably going to wait. And that's what we show here. The next thing I have here is a small victory, but that is also blocked. So everything just seems to be waiting right now for work. It kind of seems a little bit stagnated and delayed. Maybe it's just because it's not clear yet, or Spirit is can't really get the timing right, because after all, this is a general reading, guys. We are reading for the entire Gemini bubble energy, and not just you. Of course, you guys are not all the same. You're all different, and I love you all. But at the end of the day, nothing beats a personal private reading, and I offer a wide variety of those services on my website, scottsagent.com, from small all the way up to full service, a little something for everybody there. And if you've been thinking about getting a reading for a while and maybe you don't know which one you want to try, or you're kind of cautious about it, hey, you know what? This is the best time to do it. You know why? I'm doing a big blowout in July, biggest sale that I ever do, 40% off, guys, of any service, anything your heart desires right now. For the first week of July will be 40% off. All you have to do to get that is enter the promo code July40, July, all caps, 40, all together, July 40. Enter that at checkout. It will lop off 40% off of your total. My readings at full price are a great value. And at this discounted rate, it is a no-brainer. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. scottsagent.com, first week of July only. Don't wait. Your financial corner is the big one. It starts with talking about having fun. I feel like you guys have this balanced well. You guys are spending some money on entertainment or doing, fun things, either going on trips or, doing whatever it is fun, whatever you view fun. That's what you're doing. For some of you, it's going out drinking, getting together with your friends, whatever it is. And it's all good as long as it's in balance. And I do believe that it is for Gemini, but they show that a lot of you are doing that financially in the month of July. So maybe it is some kind of meet and greet type of situation where you will spend a little bit of money on it. And that's okay. The next thing we show here is the Empress card inverted. So they're saying here financially that it's just not a very ripe time. And I don't know if that's about you directly or if it's more about like the way that you would move your money. For example, like probably a very bad time to buy a house. The market's not good for that kind of thing. So anyway, they're just saying that the ground is not fertile financially. So because of that, you may want to kind of watch what you spend your money on too. I wouldn't say like, don't go and buy the pizza for the family, for family game night because you're trying to be too tight. That's probably no big deal. But I wouldn't necessarily go buy a house or a car either. You get the idea. The next thing we have in here is my king. King of Cups comes in. They did say not the person, though. I did ask, and they want me to use the energetic definition of this king. So that is telling me the need to be authoritative with your money toward the family. It points back at the family corner. You can see kind of the guy with the cup, the water or the drops or whatever is in the cup, I'm assuming water, is coming back out of it like gravity is working in reverse. So it's kind of like up is down, down is up. Things don't necessarily make sense. And that is why financially you have to be, eye on the most important priorities first, which happens to be the family. Okay, so eye on the family with your finances. That pretty much brings us to the runestone, which runestone I'm bringing that back to doing that with this reading. Last month I did it with the angel protection readings, and that is just, I don't think it flows very well. I like it better here, and that kind of happened by mistake anyway because I forgot to do it with your readings, and I didn't want to leave you hanging without it. So here it is back in your reading. You guys got the runestone of initiation. So they're saying that you are initiated. So you are ready for something. Maybe some of you feel like you're not. And that is why Spirit is interjecting here and saying, actually, you know what, Gemini? You are ready. You don't have to go and get that extra certification. You don't have to go take that extra course. You don't have to go read that encyclopedia before you go and get this next job. You are ready to kind of move forward with things right now. And that's what initiation is. So very good. Now the moon cycles is something we haven't really talked about in your reading here at all. I did talk about the ace with the new kind of goals, new things up there, but I ask Spirit directly now. I used to kind of look for clues in your reading, but now I ask him directly, well, what moon cycle is better for Gemini to pay attention to in July? Is it the full moon? Is it the new moon? For you guys, they said new. So it is a great time for Geminis to do new things. Manifest, bring new things into your life. That is a new moon deal. The moon cycle cheat sheet, I post that for free for you guys every single month. It's on my website, scottsagent.com. You guys can find that there, along with chemistry tracking if you want to see what sign Gemini is kicking well with in the month of July, what signs you should avoid or be cautious with. We look at all that stuff. All that is posted for free. It is on my Talking About page on scottsagent.com. So that wraps us up for here, guys. Pretty simple reading. Always appreciate that. Always a pleasure to read for you guys, and I hope you have an excellent July. And with this information, I'm pretty confident that you will.
I guess the fortune teller's right.